Hey guys, today we are doing another deck spray. We did a little bit of repair to it, and right now Jeremy's taping it off. Let me flip you around here in a minute, but we're up in Wausau. It's a pretty decent deck. There's a few rot spots. We took care of the big one, but unfortunately there's a very little strip that we're unable to take care of just because of how it sits. We'd have to disassemble the whole deck to get to it. I'll show you what I mean, but uh, either way, and by the time this thing needs a respray, we'll quote it out to fix that whole piece and take the whole deck apart. But for now, that wasn't really in our quote, and it wasn't in the customer's budget. So let me flip you around and show you what we got going on. We got some of our tarps on the ground already. Got our stain. And this is a classic case of latex-based paint again. Cleaned it up the best we could. Got all the loose stuff off. Our stuff is going to coat this stuff pretty decently. It shouldn't peel up or anything, so that's a good thing. And of course, as soon as I start a video, there's got to be a loud piece of equipment on the street that started up, but it is what it is. But here's that spot I'm talking about that's pretty rotted, and this is actually notched out and attached to the header rails, and these boards are actually underneath, so you know, they're not cut straight out, they're actually underneath. This is a really bad spot here. As you can see, this is just a really poor design on doing this. Yeah, and in order to fix this one, we have to unbolt this, unbolt that one, unbolt down there, pretty much take this whole railing out to get to this piece down here, and take this railing out to get to that piece. But by the time this thing needs a respray, we'll quote that out if the customer wants that done then. That's very labor intensive. It's just a really poor design on the deck itself. What they should have done, instead of, you can see that they got it notched and then lag bolted, they should have brought this up, put a cutout right here, and put the full 4x4 up against that header board and lag bolted it to the header board, and then put bracing around it. And that's like it all the way around here. The whole railing system's like that, so it's not a good design. I'll show you another view. As you can see, they notched out to basically a 2x4, so all your strength, this big 4x4, it's pretty useless because it's only a 2x4 down there, and if that part snaps, there's nothing you can do besides tear this whole thing up, notch it out, do it the correct way. Here's a piece that we replaced. Again, that was underneath, so we left that one piece. We had to put another little shim piece in, and then I replaced this board. I have treated 2x4 running this way, butted up against the joist, screwed into the joist for extra support on this end and on that end. And I actually had to drill out the lag bolts, go right under there, so I had to drill out an opening for my piece to sit flush in there and go over the lag bolt. So it's just kind of a poor design, like I said. But this is the color that they're going with. This is like we did in the last one. It's Bonfire, it's called. Yeah, everything's getting taped up here pretty good. We just got to get the bottom once this thing's all strung out. And then we have to tape the bottom because we have to do the header boards and all that. But yeah, this is all latex based, and I tell every single customer that well, actually I tell everybody, if they're doing decks, if they're going to stain them,
using latex paint.
yep, if a customer wants to do it by themselves, or anyone who wants to think about doing deck staining, do not use latex based stain. It may be cheap, but you ain't gonna like it. I was just at a quote last night up in Neilsville, and they also used latex based paint as soon as they got the house, and they stained the deck themselves, and 2 months after it started pulling up. So they covered it with I don't know, little 12-inch squares, you know, plastic squares as a cover across the whole deck. They're removing them now because they're booked in. I booked them in for I think it's like the 15th of September to do theirs, strip theirs, and stain it too. But yeah, the cheap price of latex, you know, gets people all excited. You know, hey, I can stain my deck for $200. Well, no, you can't. It's you can stain it for $200, I guess, but it ain't gonna last. Just about every deck that we've done last year and this year had latex-based paints or stains, and they're actually not even good indoor-wise. I mean, yeah, I would recommend solid acrylics. That's what we use, is solid acrylic. It has UV protection on it. It's gonna last you a lot longer. It's meant for high traffic. This stuff just it sucks. But yeah, let me take you down to the bottom again. Oh, and another thing, as you can see, the bottom's green. That's latex based, and this stuff is acrylic based. And we washed both of them, and you can see what came up on the latex base, and barely anything came out of the acrylic base. That's how good the acrylic is. Yeah, so we're going to do all of these. This header board here, this board. If we have any left, we'll do these, but these look like they're in really good condition yet, so we might not even do them. But yeah, you can see how they just notch a 4x4 out, make it essentially a 2x4, and the strength of a 2x4. It's just not cool. So we'll shoot some more video here once we get this all tarped up and we get a little bit of the stuff sprayed on there. I'm gonna probably take care of about half the deck there, and then I'll let Jeremy take over, and I'll do some more videoing when he takes over. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, we are back. I didn't get any video of the actual spraying just because I just wanted to get it done, but let me flip you around and show you a few things, and then we'll view the outside, and then when I come back and take the tarps down later tonight, I'll bring you up on the upper deck and show you around. Alright, so that section that we put out here is what we uncovered. This was actually fully covered with latex, and the homeowner did not even know how bad this board was because you couldn't see it with that latex covering it. It was completely up there. As soon as we hit it with the pressure washer to get the some of the latex up after we did a chemical clean, you know, this is what we found, that was a bad part of the board. So that's another reason not to use latex based stains, because once they have a little tiny pinhole bubble, water will get right underneath of it, and then it'll trap it and rot your wood out from the inside out. As you can see, that's a board that we replaced it with. Well, the other piece is up there in the deck, but yeah, that's what it should be looking like. So let me take you up here. We took the bottom tarp down. We just got to get the top tarp a little bit later once it's fully dried. We're going to be coming back here in about 5 hours and checking in with the homeowner. The homeowner's at work right now, but yeah, here's... And again, this is our solid acrylic. The color is Bonfire. It seems to be a pretty popular color. We have three colors that people really like. It's redwood, bonfire, and pewter gray. Let me see if I can get you guys over this. You see it's still pretty wet. As you can see, the pieces of latex that did not come up, that actually stayed in there. The acrylic bonded right on top of it and sealed it all in. Let me go around the other side for you. See what I can see. I don't know if I can reach that high, but we're gonna try. Nope, I can't reach that high. So yeah, that's how it turned out. Have a little bit left up for touch-ups if we ever need to come and touch it up. And like I said, I warranty all my stuff. This has a 3-year warranty on it for touch-ups. So we will see you guys a little bit later tonight. We're probably going to come back around 6:30, maybe a little bit earlier, a little later, and then talk with the homeowner, take the tarps down, and I'll take you for a tour on the upper deck. It'll be good and dry by then. We just came back here to take the tarps off, and as you can see, it did rain, which it wasn't supposed to until later tomorrow. We'll come back and we'll see when we do the touch-ups if it's affected anything on the stain itself, but it shouldn't. We'll be back tomorrow to do some touch-ups on it, or a few days from now, just to see how it dries, so stay tuned. Alright guys, that's it for today. We came back to that deck, and that freak rainstorm, it dried everything up on it. There was a few spots that I had to touch up, but yeah, we weren't expecting that rain, but it is what it is. It still turned out really nice, and it's gonna still give years and years of protection. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video, which is gonna be coming real soon.